Hey, hi, hello, here are my rules for having the best time at a Yankee game. And as always, sit back, relax, and enjoy reporting done differently. First, when you're buying tickets, you're going to want to sit in the bleacher creature section. This is the section directly above right field. In terms of fun, this is by far the best seat in the house. The most fun fans, you're going to have a great time. Next, when we're dressing, we're going to do comfort over cute. This isn't the time to be trying on those new jeans that you just bought. Next, you have to start at Billy's. This is imperative. Listen, I don't know what your situation is. I don't know if you have to leave work a little bit early, but if you have to leave work a little bit early, leave work a little bit early. They have the best music, the best drinks, and the vibes are absolutely insane. There's an inside, there's an outside, there's an upstairs, there's a downstairs. There's anything you could possibly want at this bar, go to it. Next, you have to be in your seat at some point during the first inning. This is not the time to be, pounding drinks at Billy's and then strolling in the fourth inning. Nope, not for a Yankee game, not to have the most fun. You want to be in your seat during some time in the first inning. Now, here's the order. Drink, food, seat. Photos are going to be taken in between innings. That is the beauty of baseball, that you get a nice little break to take photos, walk around, go get a nice refresher. Don't annoy people that you're sitting next to that are just trying to watch the game because you want to get an Instagram photo. So, in between innings, that's when you take the photos. I'm telling you, that is the best time. Next, you have to sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game during the 7th inning stretch. I don't make the rules here. I'm sorry, you're not a baseball fan if you're not saying Take Me Out to the Ball Game. It's a classic. You have to sing it. Okay, next, this is out. We're not booing our own team anymore. I don't care if they strike out. I don't care if Garrett Cole gives up 7 runs in 1 inning. We're not booing the team. We should come up with a hand gesture, something that we do when they don't do well, but it's kind of like a, you still got it. We still believe in you. We're not booing. Next, you're going to understand the type of game that you're at. This is also very important. Is it a Red Sox-Yankees game? Is it an Astros-Yankees game? Or, are they playing a team that's not really doing too well? Because that's going to impact your experience. If you want more of just like a social event, something for your friends to do on a Friday night, then maybe pick a game that they're not really doing too hot. But if you want to be locked in and just, really concentrate, pick a better team. And finally, if the Yankees win, you must dance to New York, New York with fellow fans on your way out. And follow for the next part because I will be doing all teams.
Man, I'm so hungry. Y'all have no idea how much of a bang it's really going to be. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, all right. Welcome to another episode once again of The Nerd Chronicles. This is your host, proud, lame, socially awkward nerd, not knowing what he doing, Christian Paul here. All right. And what I need y'all to do, okay, is do the following, okay? Sit back, relax, get your popcorn ready, okay? Get your fruits ready, get whatever protein that you need ready, whatever dinner that you got up in your plate. Get your water. Sip your tea, okay? Get your beers, all right? Get your Heinekens, all right? Get your 151s, get your Bacardis, get your champagne, get your Jack Daniels, get your whiskey on, get your wine on, all right? Because I'm telling y'all right now, this right here is about to be juicy, baby. Juicy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you may know, I hail from Yankee and Met country. And basically where, you see a home of the all-time ratchetness, right? Where the sports world is literally extremely forgiving. And for those of y'all that don't even know what I'm talking about, I'm basically talking about the New York Yankees. Right here. You already see it. But boom. And the New York Mets. Right? So, that area right there. Home of the all-time ratchetness, where the sports world up in NYC is extremely unforgiving. Right? Every single sports arena up in that metroplex, up in the New York City tri-state area, shows no mercy to these teams. None. if the performance is bad, if they're not delivering like where they need to go, if they're struggling all the time, expect a bunch of heckling literally going on from the fans out there, because they are extremely raucous once you come out here and play and perform on that field. You want to watch some players fold up in New York City, right? With all that constant pressure literally going on around them. Whether it's Madison Square Garden, okay. Whether it's UBS Arena up in Nassau County, for those y'all live up in the area, Barclays Center up in Brooklyn, in New Jersey Prudential Center, right? MetLife Stadium, home of the New York Giants and Jets, by the way, up in the NFL, right? And what I'm talking about with these previous arenas, we're talking about NBA, NHL, respectively, okay? And then, you got baseball. Yankee Stadium up in the Bronx, Citi Field up in Queens. Prior to Shea Stadium actually basically doing this thing, right? And actually, it was actually after Shea Stadium was doing this thing, excuse me. And in Yankee Stadium, we're talking about the new Yankee Stadium that was built in 2008, all right? Where they got the historic Yankee Stadium actually coming about, literally like a block south of there that's literally been around hosting Yankee ball games for like a very, very long time, okay? And basically what the Yanks and the Mets are, again, professional baseball teams coming out of Major League Baseball, MLB for short. Every single fan that loves Major League Baseball are hoping and praying to the heavens, praying to Jesus Christ, praying to Yeshua HaMashiach, Yahweh Shai, right? Allah, right? Basically the Torah, or even the atheists or any other Greek gods, you name it, right? They praying and worshiping like the heavens. They hoping and praying that their favorite team wins the World Series pennant come this October with a new postseason layout debuting that's this season. They dream of going berserk where a few people in the crowd, unfortunately, and stupidly, literally act the fool to the point literally eating horse manure, where you see up in Philadelphia years. My goodness, y'all. Please, please, please don't even try that stuff at home. It's embarrassing. Now, New York Yankees, right? This team that you see right here with the logo, we will be focusing on them really up in this clip. There are no exceptions to the rule right here, right? And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, right? I bought this hat literally like a few weeks ago. Basically it's a prop to the video to actually prove my point on what I'm actually about to explain. We will be doing a deep analysis into why the Yankees have been struggling from July 9th. Definitely we'll be going through August 19th because I've personally been through a couple games literally that week as well. And we're basically trying to figure out why aren't the Yankees, who have been typically intensifying church choirs up in Yankee Stadium by knocking in home runs, knocking in hallelujahs, right? Why aren't they producing offensively and defensively, right? That's a question I'm literally trying to figure out, right? To get to the C, we wondering, why does the onus, right, literally have to be placed on MVP contender, American League MVP contender? We'll get to the definition of the American National League in a little bit. Okay, Aaron Judge, right?
Hallelujah.
Second highest player on the team.
Hallelujah.
Giancarlo Stanton, right?
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Both of them,
Hallelujah.
the two main ones,
Hallelujah.
mainly have been subconscious cookie moisturizers,
Hallelujah.
subconscious bushy moisturizers.
Hallelujah. 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 Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's so good.
Juicy. They literally having fans really trying to marry these players, and God knows what to do with them. They got literally like hardcore groupies. Some hardcore groupies, not all. Some hardcore groupies up in the stadiums, trying to figure out why some of them or the rest of the teammates really have been struggling. You know, it's insanity, man. Insanity. Your local Yankee fans,
Cookie
okay,
moisturizer.
they're literally praying to the heavens, asking Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, Yeshua HaMashiach, right? Zeus, Hades, Poseidon, Hercules, Medusa, so on and so forth. They praying to give the fans, the Yankees, their 28th World Series pennant by the end of October, right? So this is some crazy stuff what's really going on. And I tell you, once the 28th pennant comes on, I tell y'all, literally in the screens, literally down in front of me, down below, up in the top, you will see what's going to happen. You know, come the 28th pennant gets reached, and how chaotic and insane these fans will get. That I promise you. Now let's take a moment to actually dig into the Yankees to see what they really are about. So the New York Yankees, ladies and gentlemen, okay, we already know the Yankees have a record of 27 World Series pennant dating back to MLB's beginning. Again, aiming for number 28, right? Most recent pennant came out in 2009, literally 13 seasons ago, right? And Yankees, they are one of the most storied franchises ever since MLB started, right? And we got the other franchise that actually came about. We know about the Dodgers. They were in Brooklyn prior to them moving to LA. And the Giants, they were also in New York City prior to them moving to San Francisco. You already know about Boston Red Sox. You already know about the Chicago White Sox, okay? Atlanta Braves, right? Know about them. Chicago Cubs, y'all already know about them, okay? Philadelphia Phillies to an extent, you know, one of the storied teams up back in the day also as well, right? You actually want to try and keep those in mind. Those are some of the original MLB teams that developed during MLB's beginning years, right? Now, we look at the notable players that actually played for the New York Yankees. Some of them already have their numbers retired up in Yankee Stadium right now. Derek Jeter, right? Robinson Cano, Mark Teixeira, A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez, definitely another one. Jorge Posada, Andy Pettitte, Roger Clemens, Mariano Rivera, Hideki Matsui, right? CC Sabathia, David Cone, Paul O'Neill, Aaron Boone, Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, Yogi Berra, Hugh Gehrig, Whitey Ford, Joe Torre, Joe DiMaggio, right? Bernie Williams, okay? Reggie Jackson, Don Mattingly, currently the manager of the Miami Marlins, and we know Aaron Boone that I discussed earlier is the current manager of the New York Yankees right now. Dave Winfield, okay? Roger Maris, Johnny Damon. Those are your notables, right? And those are the ones that play a key part as to why the Yanks have won 27 World Series rings. Need I go on? Need I say more? All right? Do I need to say more? Or I'll go off and eat my lunch. Okay? I would like to say this. And get the tea sipping. Just because an MLB team has a lull during the stretch of the regular season does not, I repeat, does not mean they will not be surging in the postseason come October. And when anything goes in October, I mean anything goes. And once the MLB team is in October, anything pops up. Every single MLB team that's actually in the postseason right now is a World Series contender. Best believe that. Even the teams with the best records aren't even safe. You could go ask Los Angeles Dodgers from last year, as well as the San Francisco Giants from last year. All right? And again, if the Yankees win their 28th pennant this year, chaos will be roaming in the streets. As you see right in front of me up on your screens right there, chaos will be roaming in the streets. Chaos will be roaming all over New York City. Bars will literally be popping off, right? Parties would be literally going off the blaze. You see a bunch of people literally dancing their behinds off, twerking to God knows what. You know what I mean? God knows who. Drinking a bunch of booze, literally losing their minds the moment the Yanks win they pennant this year. I tell you, this is literally insane on how crazy the New York City fandom can get. And I'll discuss that in the next video. Alright? I'll be discussing a quick breakdown of the Yankees 2022 season so far, prior to doing some basic visualization in the later video to come on why the Yanks have been struggling that way that they are from July 9th to August 19th, and we know currently they are slowly getting themselves back alive come September to actually get themselves prepared right now. So you guys be on the lookout. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video, okay? Get MLB on notice. Get the New York Yankees on notice, okay? Mets, whoever MLB team they have on notice, please get them on notice, right? Because this can be an extreme warning, an extreme importance. And if they don't get their stuff together, what happened to the New York Yankees could happen to them. And they could still be vulnerable, even having their best regular season record, whether it's the American League or whether it's the National League, which I will be discussing in the next video. So y'all, take care.
I hate the Mets.
Mets don't win. Are a poor organization.
Just jealous of the Yankees. They're the little brother.
They're just little brother.
They're just our little brother.
The Mets are a poverty franchise.
They should just be mad at their fathers for making them Met fans.
They always think that like they're gonna go somewhere,
Even when they're good, they keep trying to think they're better than the Yankees.
but it's always the same thing. They have a good year, they go to the playoffs, they lose.
Be mad at your dads, Met fans.
We run New York. Yankees all day. Yankees run New York.
One thing, I need them to hear this. I'm sweating. I got one thing to say. You know, there's a team that plays on 161, right? You know what they do? They run New York City!
I'm sorry, but I can't take this team anymore. I sit there night in and night out watching this team, watching bad baseball. Honestly, if I didn't make content or I didn't talk about the Yankees, I wouldn't be watching. At least not every night. Because it isn't just bad baseball. It's horrendous baseball. To have to sit through this is like punishment to a Yankees fan. We've now seen 4 games in a row where the Yankees have scored a total of, 5 runs in 4 games? I mean, this is a team that in April, May, June, everyone was talking about how many games they can win. 100 games, 110 games, whatever the case may be. Now, they're at, 71 or 72 wins? It doesn't appear that they're going to get to 90 wins, you would think, at this point. What we saw in April, May, and June wasn't the real Yankees. It was a fluke. It has to be. And no, I don't want to hear about injuries. I don't. Because there are plenty of teams that have players that get injured. They put somebody else in that role. And the team still moves forward. But with our team, not one player on the team is hitting. Not one. I get 1 guy, 2 guys slumping, maybe 3. But our whole team is slumping. Outside of the starting pitching. The 1 through 9 can't get a hit. And even Aaron Judge now is starting to get into a little funk. And he was our major run producer. So I'm tired of making excuses for this team. I'm tired of hearing that it's only August and it matters what happens in October. I don't want to hear it anymore. Baseball is a 162-game marathon. I get that there's going to be downtimes, but this isn't a downtime. This is true of who the Yankees are. A team that has no ability to score a run without hitting a home run. A team that can't get on base with a hit. Yeah, they can walk, great. But guess what? The first guy walks, the second guy is either striking out or grounding out, is not doing anything. So this team is pathetic. I'm sorry, I have to call it like it is.